you're constantly bouncing around. You're having these amazing experiences. Do you have partnerships, like romantic partnerships? Do you are you single? Have you had things flame out in the past because of travel? Like, I'm curious if you'd be able to give some insight on how you're handling those things.
Yeah, all of the above, basically. Yeah, I grew up in a small town, man, like of 50,000 people in New Brunswick, which is kind of like the Maine of Canada. And from there, not many people go travel the world. And so it's been quite an adventure for me. From there, moved to Toronto for a few years and then kind of went fully nomadic and have, in the past 10 years, I only had 2 apartments, one for a year in Mexico City. And now I just got one here in Playa del Carmen in Mexico as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and with relationships, it's always been interesting. I'm dating a girl now who's half Tunisian, half Swedish, but living in Hawaii, and now we're living in Mexico. So a fully international person. And originally, I was dating a lot of other girls who were kind of more into this industry, more adventurous, independent, always out there making vlogs and working on their personal brand, and it was fine. But I guess now, like, I've realized that my life is just so chaotic. I don't need more. Like, I want to be able to spend time with someone who feels like home. And so what we've built now in Mexico is like a nice cozy life, where we have an apartment here and we travel a bit together. And also I go out on expeditions for a few weeks, and then I come back, and we're in a new relationship. It's been about 9 months now. But ultimately, like, I want kids, man, and I want a family and all that. And this job is a bit of the antithesis of that, right? Like,
Yeah.
I guess I feel like I want to experience everything. That's it. I want to leave this planet, hopefully not anytime soon, having lived the full life. And I have done that for sure. So far, I've lived 100 lifetimes of experiences doing this job for 15 years. But in the human being starter pack, having children, falling in love, that's all part of the experience, right? Like, if aliens came down to Earth and they said, what does it mean to be human? Apparently they're robots.
Yeah.
Having a
Tell
kid
me, you humans.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me your secrets. Get me high. Give me ayahuasca now.
Exactly.
They'll trade us for space drugs. That'll be the next level of dispensaries.
Watch out for those
space dispensaries,
drugs.
yeah.
I feel like space drugs have to go in your ass, but maybe that's because that's how probings works.
Oh yeah, I mean, 2 for 1. You get the pleasure, and then you get it's almost like a poison arrow, but for pleasure instead of the pain. You just get it, put a little bit on the tip, and you put it up there, and then blast off.
Speaking of that, actually, there's in the Mayan old codexes, like the Mayan Bibles, they show how they used to do drugs, and there was this trumpet that you'd blow drugs into your ass, so you put it around your back. Yeah, like a fucking tuba.
like they're literally, it looks like a horn, and they fucking like boof it with a trumpet into the person's butthole.
Right into your brown eye, man. It's exactly that. They used to do hallucinogenics that way.
That's beautiful.
With this crazy pipe.
It's music. It's foreplay. It's drugs. It's all the things that, God bless this earth with. All of his creative magic just together in one ass. That is an incredible experience. It sounds
maybe
like
it's the best way. Maybe have some good friends though.
Yeah, if there's probably 2 people on the planet I could ask to blow drugs into my ass, and so. Thanks, John and Ryan. I appreciate it. I'll reach out to you soon after this podcast. We'll have a boys' weekend together.
Yeah, we're not close enough yet, are we?
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get round 2. We'll do in person. We'll see where it goes.
All right, deal. Yeah. So space drugs, they're on the list for sure, and so is having a kid, man. That's I think that's quite a magical adventure, and that's still on the list. But like, I look back at other people who have had this job, and it's not like they have a rough go, man. Like Bourdain as well had a rough go. You look at I think Josh Gates as well. I'm pretty sure he's divorced, but I think he has kids. Like, it's just not it's not an easy job to keep a relationship going with, especially when it gets into television world where you have to spend 6 months on the road and the girlfriend or the wife can't really come along, right? And then if you have kids, like if you want to be a travel dad, like what are you doing? You know what I mean?